as we're talking and retweet it.
How do I sound?
We're good. I can hear you.
Welcome.
Thursday night football.
Here we are.
17-13. We have plenty of bets on this game, don't we?
There is some action on this one. Oh, yeah. Coming off a day of action at the Masters, right into a night of action for Tennessee and the Colts.
Yeah, we have plenty of action on the Masters. Pretty exciting day. Didn't get all the golfers in, but they'll get it all done tomorrow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get round 1 and 2 in tomorrow.
Yeah, we're still sweating out a couple first-round leaders. We have, I think, 4 guys with a chance right now from tied 21 and down. So that's always good. Justin Rose actually has a shot at it at -3 only through 9.
I mean, that's really all that you want to have is a chance. I'm going to retweet right now. So keep talking about the Masters.
Absolutely. This is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
You could ask my beautiful fiance that this is all I've been talking about all day is the Masters.
Talk about it. Then we'll get second half lines up for this Thursday night football game and talk about our current bets.
Yeah, so I guess my most exciting thing is still that Justin Rose, but as a whole for the wager card, I think things are looking really good. I mean, we have like 5 or 6 guys with a legitimate shot of being in that top 5 on Sunday. For
sure. Rom came back there. He's what, 4 under, 3 under? He probably finished 3 under.
I think it's either 3 or 4.
Tiger was 4 under. I know that we don't have Tiger in the outright, but we have Tiger in a couple matchup bets, at least 2 or 3 matchup bets. So I like that a lot.
That and people that have listened to our golf podcast know that I will always bet on Tiger when he's playing in a major tournament. It's just fun. It's Tiger.
It's impossible. Well, it's possible, but it's impossible for us not to have something on Tiger at the Masters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you couldn't bet on the Masters without having some action on Tiger. All right, so let's talk about Thursday night football action. How's your action treating you so far? I'm pulling up second half lines.
So
17-13.
It's so right now. My 3 big that I have are the money line for the Titans, which I mean that's going okay. It's back and forth. I also have a Derrick Henry and Titans win prop, which I feel like every time I've looked at the goal line, Derrick Henry gets stopped and then they throw it to somebody else. So that's not going well.
Foreman cashed in at like 70-1 for first TD or 60-1, depending where you got it. But that happened.
Yeah, and then the last parlay prop that I have was just one that I had seen on Fox Bet right before the game started, and it sounded great. The over passing yards for both quarterbacks parlayed together. Rivers is on track to hit it, but Tannehill is only at 99 passing yards right now, which is kind of making me sweat like those first-round leaders.
Yeah, you sent those bets to me. I told you that I liked it, and then I was thinking a bit more about it, and I was like, I really like that Rivers. I actually think that Rivers could get up to like 300, 350 in this game. He's at 209 right now. I laid off that. I've got Tennessee team total over 23.5. They just need another touchdown.
Yep.
The only game that 2 games they haven't hit it in. One was against the Bengals, that stink bomb they put up, and they still put up 20. And then first game of the season where Gostowski was missing all those field goals, they put up 16 or 14. But they hit that every time. They should hit it again. And then I teased Tennessee up with Seattle. So I teased those 2 up to like +8. I think the one was +8.5 even. So looking good on those.
Yeah.
Thoughts in the first half?
Spread around.
Spread around. Looking good so far. Pretty evenly matched, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like for a game where you have, at least a passing yards over, or a team total over, this is what you want to see because they're constantly going to be going for the end zone. That being said, I think the Titans are playing a bit better than the Colts. It just feels like Rivers has been scrambling a lot and yelling a lot, even though he does that all the time anyway.
Yeah. He's always yelling. He's never cursing for sure, and he won't drop any swear words, curse words, or however you say it. But I
think he does say swear words because that's the kind of dude he is. But hey, man, wears bolo ties and drops like "gee golly whiz" instead of "god damn it" or whatever. I don't know if it's any different.
Gotta love it. 38 years old, is still battling out there. We haven't had that Rivers turnover yet. I think we're gonna get that Rivers turnover eventually. That's why I still think that the Titans take this game. The second half spread is Colts -2.5. In the second half, Titans +2.5. Juice to the Titans. Over-under's 25.5. We're looking at, 17-13 right now? 25.5. And that is at Bookmaker. The over is slightly juiced, -119. Okay. So Colts could lose this game by 1. and they would hit that second half bet. So if we end up with a final score of, what is it, 17-13 right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's highly unlikely to end by 1. So that's basically saying that the Colts really make this close. I don't know. Titans plus 2.5 in the second half.
I like that.
I'm already in on the Titans already.
Yeah, then that's kind of why I'm like
triple down.
Might as well reload. But I mean, I don't trust the Colts if that's anything for the opposite side of it. I mean, I don't know if it's an argument for the bet, but I don't think the Colts are going to cover that minus 2.5. So I guess that kind of means
that's kind of where I'm at too, is that I know that Tennessee can move the ball. They've been moving the ball. Although, honestly, the Colts have 251 total yards. They have a turnover on downs. They don't have that turnover yet. We know that turnover is coming. Yards per play even.
There was a couple.
We haven't been so hot on Thursday night or any primetime bets. I think we're like 1-4, 1-5. A couple close ones.
So what we need to do is figure out what we definitively want, and we'll just take the exact opposite.
Fade it. I mean, fade or follow. Fade or follow. And
so we're both sold on Titans plus 2.5. It sounds like. Why don't we take minus 2?
Colts minus 2.5. So let's shop this around too, because I'm going to look up DraftKings. I'm going to look up a few other angles because sometimes you can find some other stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even want to take a side in the second half because I'm completely fine with just rooting for Titans to get another touchdown and get to 23.5, as well as Titans with the T's. I feel really good about, knock on wood. But
what do you think about Titans second half? There's still positive juice on that. We have plus 130 at Bovada.
Say that again for Titans.
Just a money line for the second half.
Oh, you could do that. Titans, see, this is interesting. So I just want to make sure that I understand this correctly. Okay, so DraftKings is just saying on the game, Titans to win by 2.5. Got it. I kind of like where your head's at with Titans money line second half, and if they win by, so let's see here. I mean, if they put up 2 touchdowns, Colts put up 10 points, 14-10 second half. You could see that happening. 14-13 would even get it to you. I don't see the Colts kicking field goals though, right?
No, they kicked a few to start the game, right? They went 3. They went 2. They have 2 field goals already, right?
Yeah, like depending how this goes, if the Colts, go up 20-17, if they get the ball 20-17 and then they go up, I could see that happening. I kind of like where your head's at with Titans plus 150 second half.
I mean, looking at this board, that's what I see as my best.
Yeah, just going for the jugular with Titans.
Yeah, why not? Take that Titan sword and slash them down with it.
Team props. I'm looking at some other angles here. Total points by Indy in the fourth quarter. I don't really want to bet that. Although I don't hate that. Okay. Total points by the Colts in the fourth quarter. Like as they're going in garbage, well, maybe garbage time or maybe they're up 7.5 plus 125. We're really reaching for stuff here because I don't want to,
I feel like Bovada has a very limited amount of bets on the board tonight, probably because they're so thin on Masters bets right now.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I'm going to let you come up with the second half bet because I haven't been, red hot with these second halves, but I'll ride your Titans plus 150 if that's what you're thinking. Or if you want to go through some props, I'll keep talking and stalling time here,
To be honest, I don't see any props on my book right now, which is Bovada, which is what I have up. I think that live money line is what I like, I think.
Yeah, live props. Next TD score on DraftKings, Naheem Hines.
Those are always fun.
Plus 75 if you want to get really fancy with it. Phillip Rivers, that's not happening. So run one in 22-1. You can get really
Can you imagine him?
With it?
A man with 11 kids is not running a touchdown in
this game. He's not doing that because he's going to be running after one of his 11, 12, 13 kids after the game.
He's got a full line. I mean, he's got a full offense or defense.
I could do Titans second half as a recommendation. I'm going to ride out my bets that I have already with Titans and the T's. You could do Titans plus 2.5 or Titans plus 150 on the money line. Plus 155 now, actually.
On the second half, though, we definitely have to discern that because if you go into FanDuel right away, it's minus 144 money line, but that's the live game money line. We're talking second half
too. To be honest with you, plus 145.
No, minus 144.
Yeah, so that's what I meant. Just to win the game at minus 145. I like that too. I don't think the Colts win this game.
I don't either. I don't see it happening. That could be an issue.
Well, if they don't win the game, then so then I'm starting. Well, they could lose by 7. I would hit the tees and they could put up 24 points if they lose 27-24, and I hit all those bets. All right, decision time, and then we'll talk, about Masters or whatever the hell else. It's going to be Titans. And we're doing Titans to win the game minus 145 or Titans second half plus 150.
I mean, we're already kind of in on them winning the game anyway. Why not get a little positive juice out of some of our bet here?
I like it. Titans plus 158 second half.
Dig it.
Second half, and let's root for a Rivers turnover or 2 is what
I think we're about to start seeing that, because this is when Phillip Rivers really starts slinging that fucking pigskin all around. And I mean, he just doesn't have the receivers that are pulling it in right now either.
I agree with it. They're putting up yards.
They're putting up yards.
Have 13 points on those 251 yards.
Exactly.
3 of 7 on third down isn't bad. They've stalled in the red zone at least once, right? Red zone, 1 for 3, and they have a turnover on downs. I think a turnover is going to come. We're just going to go for the jugular here. Titans plus 158 second half.
Yeah, let's finish them.
Go out, put up 17 points in the second half, win this game 34-23. 34.
I think we need a statement win from the Titans here.
34-27 would even do the job too. Now that's a lot of points, but I agree. Statement win. I think this offense next to Kansas City, Green Bay, I guess also, but I think they're a top 3 to 5 offense in the NFL. Like they're solid, man.
It's shocking to me. For me, it feels like a quick turnaround. I know it's been a process for a couple of years now, but it's like night and day from a couple of years ago. 100%, 180 degree turn.
Yeah, Tannehill looks a lot different than he did on the Dolphins.
With what's his name? Regis Philbin? What's that? Joe Philbin?
Joe Philbin. Yeah, Joe Philbin.
He was on the Hard Knocks for 1 year and then got fired.
Yeah, Joe Philbin didn't last too long with Miami.
I think he's actually.
He used to be offensive coordinator.
League?
Probably he was offensive coordinator of the Packers. I know at some point, and then he
might have gone to Canada.
Yeah. Let's see what happens though here in the second half. Like I'm not gonna. I didn't put a lot on this plus 158, but
the second half bet
riding out. The second half bets haven't been good. So I mean, if people have been following along, you might want to take Colts. Actually, fuck it. It's Titans plus 163 money line. So money's coming in on the Colts for second half. It's still at 25.5, which I think is an interesting over-under. That's saying that there's going to be points.
I'm still trying to verify pictures of fucking tractors on Bovada so I can get this fucking bet.
Oh, that's awful. And that's why I've started to veer away. Like I still dabble in Bovada and I still use it as a book, but it's a pain in the ass. Like when you're trying to get something in quick, you're like, you have to hit the tractors or the stop signs or the crosswalks. It's like, dude, just let me fucking log in and put my bet in.
Yep. Agreed.
Pain in the ass.
Now they're switching it up on it too. Did they? What's it called? Did they start?
Just started 5 seconds.
That makes sense.
Yeah, scrapped it down. I mean, go Titans all around here, right?
Yeah, Titans tighten up.
Tighten up. Any predictions? Well, we made predictions already for Masters, but anything based on what you saw in the first round, you bigger on Tiger? Or you?
I'm going to say it. It's going to sound like the favorite, the homer, but. Watch out for Tiger, man. He's dangerous. If he can survive, in the top 10 tomorrow, he might take this thing.
Oh, man.
That'd be awesome.
Great for ratings, too.
That would be awesome.
Great for ratings. At what time did they tee off on Sunday? It's before football, right? Like 11 a.m., 10 a.m.?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were originally trying to be done by 3 p.m.
Okay.
But now they're not going to be done until about 5 because they're going to have to probably play some holes from tomorrow's second round Friday or Sunday morning.
And hopefully there's no more rain because if there's any more rain, then they'll get.
They did say the forecast it's clearing, so
it's pretty
things
clear.
are looking up. Yeah,
looked a lot better there in the afternoon than it did up here in the shitty Northeast. It was like 45 degrees and pissing rain this afternoon.
Well, dude, it was pouring rain. Then it turned 90 degrees and humid, and everyone was sweating their tits off by the
I
second
know.
hole. It was crazy.
I only saw a little bit of it, but I did see people sweating their ass off. I was like, how fucking hot is it down there? It was like 79 and humid. I was like,
It looks like me at a good barbecue joint.
Yeah, speaking of barbecue, there's a new one here in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania that I've gone to twice in the past week.
Oh, that's probably leaving a little damage on the plumbing, but I like it.
Yeah, certainly damage on the plumbing. I'll probably go there again this weekend.
All right.
All right, Titans, and we'll have our Week 10 podcast out tomorrow with Bet Crushers.
Yep.
Good stuff there. We'll have more bets.
Yeah, keep following along the Instagram and Twitter for live memes and maybe some bet updates for the Masters too.
Yeah, you've been doing some good work with the memes and the Masters and all that stuff. I've enjoyed them. I've very much enjoyed them.
I just love golf.
Love golf. Well, let's enjoy a Titan second half here. And
agreed.
Hopefully they can blow them out of the water in the second half. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's get 2 or 3 Rivers turnovers.
Cheers, dude. When there's
cheers to that.
No laws, baby.
Cheers to almost the weekend and to the Titans. All right. Later.
Best of luck. It's been a pleasure.